The story of Tam and Cam. Dear my students, I hope that this story will make you feel enjoyable and meaningful. Let's read and think. Long, long ago, there was a man who lost his wife and lived with his little girl named Tam. Then he married again a Greek woman. His second wife, Kipros, was named Cam. The stepmother began to abuse them and forced her to do all the housework, while Cam lived in luxury. One day, the stepmother sent Tam and Cam fishing. Cam knew her mother would never punish her, therefore she bathed carelessly in the river while Tam was working hard. When Cam noticed that the fish Tam had caught, Cam forced them to wash them down of her hair, or else she could be scolded by the mother. As Tam went down to the river to wash her hair, Cam pulled all the fish Tam had caught into her own baskets and ran home. Upon discovering she has been tricked, the sharp auntie Buddha appeared to her and comforted her. He told them to look into her basket to discover the one remaining little guppy. He then told them to take the first worm and put it into the well at the back of the house, reciting a special poem written whenever she came to visit it, which meant, "Guppy, guppy, come eat the golden rice, the silver rice of mine. Don't eat stale rice, old rice that are not mine." Every day, Tam would come out to the well a few times to fill the guppy, always reciting the writing so that the guppy could come up from the water. The stepmother began to suspect this behavior. One day, the stepmother snuck out close to where Tam was feeding the fish. She waited until Tam was gone and went over to the well, finding nothing. She then repeated the writing she had heard Tam reciting, and to her delight, saw the guppy come up from the water. The stepmother then caught and killed it and put it in the rice porridge. When Tam discovered this, she broke into sob. Buddha again appeared to Tam and consoled her, and instructed her to separate the bones to the cup and bury them in 4 separate thorns underneath each corner of her bed. A short while later, the king proclaimed a festival. The stepmother and Cam went, but Tam was left to show the part basket of grain and blanket meat. The fairy garden appeared again and instructed them to dig out her 4 jars. Tam dressed the shower and hastened to the feast, but the envious and jealous little own sister and stepmother, she left at once. But while crossing a stream, she dropped one slipper. The slipper floated along the river until it reached the king's garden and was picked up by one of the king's attendants. The king proclaimed that any maiden whose foot fit the slipper could be made his queen. Every eligible lady who had gone to the festival tried the slipper, including Cam, but all to no avail. Her stepmother and Cam were shocked to discover the most serious lady was no other than Tam. Tam was immediately brought on the royal palanquin to the emperor's palace for a grand wedding celebration. For the 10th anniversary, Tam made a short visit home. Her stepmother asked Tam to climb on a tree and gather eggs better nuts for her father's fed. Tam obeyed, and as she climbed to the top of the tree, her stepmother took an axe and chopped down the tree so that Tam fell to her death. By tradition, Cam was married to the king in place of her late sister. Tam had been reincarnated into a nightingale and followed her sister into the palace. Before the father rose the tree bearing a fruit, a poor old woman walked by one day and saw it, began promising not to eat it, only admired it. The next day, the old woman found that when she came home from her errand, the housework was done and there was a hot meal waiting for her. The next day, she pretended to leave the state by to spy, and she saw them emerged from the water into the household clothes. The old woman emerged and tore up the pillar so they could no longer turn back. One day the king lost while hunting, stopped by the hut. The old woman offered him batter, and when the king saw how the batter had been prepared, he inquired as to whom had prepared the batter. The old woman told him her daughter had done it, and the king made her produce the daughter, and so it was done. He was overjoyed, and the moon was brought back into the palace as the king's first wife. Cambodia read and saw that the moon was as beautiful and splendid as ever. She begged them to reveal her secret of how she was beautiful and fair in skin, and that she could do anything to be as fair. Them told her as was simple, and that she could just have to jump into a basin of boiling water, Cam did, and died a horrible death. The end.